whilst we wait for this these practice maps to come up on stream, I'll just kind of cover what's been going on so far. So we've kind of been having players join and then leave, and we're not quite sure who exactly is participating in what in this one. But I think we have just transitioned over now, so you can catch up on all that as you wish.
And there's the players.
So don't worry, nobody has missed anything. We're still at the warm-up stage for this second match on stream, Taiwan versus Indonesia, in the group stages of the Oscatch World Cup 2017. This first warm-up pick is going to be Marianne by you, and again, this is quite a long map. I think 5.5 minutes. It's a huge collab between Spectator, CLSW, Zinli, Ming Michael, and Neonat, I think. It's been lingering around for quite a long time. But yeah, quite a nice map, lots of different styles on offer. And again, we're seeing another marathon as warm-up, similar to how we did in the first match.
It's actually kind of fun just looking at the stream and just seeing all the different menu backgrounds.
All the different spring fan art contest backgrounds up, yeah.
Yeah, there were some really good entries.
Yeah, I'm really happy with how they're working out.
They look pretty.
I do really like the one that Sarah has, and EO486. The top two, basically. I really do like those ones.
Hopefully we're going to be getting into this fairly soon. Yuka saying in chat, RIP Indonesian internet. Hopefully there are no dropouts. We really don't want to see any losses by disconnects or anything like that if we can help it.
Well, it's stable for Indonesian players. It's just really slow. Knowing them from multiplayer, at least.
Yes, it does sound like as soon as that map is downloaded, we should be good to go, so I am definitely looking forward to this one. It's actually a pretty cool background.
We're just gonna announce this on stream for both me and JB Hyperion. The map is not loading on the client, so just enjoy and feast your eyes upon the map without a commentary.
We're really sorry about this, guys.
Well, I suppose one way to look at it is EO486 has said to go no fail, and Mizu King has said to go hidden.
And all other players are taking no more. So I'm going to be watching from this stream, so it's going to be a little delayed, unfortunately. But hopefully I can still.
We are with you guys.
Commentary that's not too irrelevant by the time it actually happens.
Nice phone again.
God damn it!
It's like Zedrot's here with us.
Lots of misses actually happening all over the board currently. So, yeah. Not really a lot to say here. It's a pretty interesting map.
I quite like the variety of styles on offer here with a collab. I think it's a 5-person collab. as I mentioned before.
Jeez.
I can have a look and see if it will say anything.
Lots of different jump styles, lots of different spacing concepts, rhythm, flow, all different throughout each different section.
Okay, so let's see. We've got I believe it's Zinley, Spectator, Neonet, Spectator again, main, and yeah, I believe that's it. Oh, and CSLW.
Also to Master Show, Japan won from Hong Kong with a 4-1 score.
So at the moment we can see Indonesia with a slight points lead, but E0486, Megpoid has still the last player holding a pretty large combo, so that might swing back in the following kind of minutes.
Megpoid is also a very, very underrated player. As far as I remember, his PP is at like 5k, but his skill level could just be top 50. Or could just be, is around top 50, definitely. Very capable player.
Do I dare commentate on his 1000 combo?
No you don't.
Some decent, respectable sized combos elsewhere, but fairly regular breaks on this map. There are some quite harsh jump sections. The BPM's quite high, and there's quite a lot of 1/4 snapping as well, which makes it quite easy to drop a fair few amount of notes, especially in the streamier sections.
It's quite funny to see that Sarah is in a completely different timestamp on the match. On the map, I mean.
Oh yeah, I've noticed that too now. I think he's a good kind of 20 seconds behind or something like that.
Well, we could talk about something a little bit more, something else.
Oh, we do finally see a drop from Megpoid at about 1400 combo. Still very impressive performance from him.
Okay, well, we do
And
have some fan recaps.
Commentators are Titan, JBH, and Deadbeat. Sorry for interrupting you there.
Yeah, so we do actually have a band recap. We could go, if you like, with the band recaps from New Zealand versus Sweden. New Zealand banned out... I have no idea how to pronounce that.
Fjarlager once again.
Yeah, that's the one. And Sweden have banned out Move for Dogfight.
So we'll provide you with a summary of bans for our third match, South Korea versus Australia, once we know what they are.
Your map has thus far been liked a lot, JBH.
Well, you either love it or hate it, I think. I was very surprised to even see that map, or a map of that kind of characteristic in the group stage pool, but credit to the map selectors. Credit to the map selectors for picking something a bit different, not for picking my map.
Credit to the map selectors for picking something nobody's picking.
Well, if it forces a
It's a good
ban,
map.
then it maybe allows people to maybe not be able to ban something else that they would have banned normally. So
Exactly that.
maybe it was a tactical pick they knew nobody would ever choose.
If it makes you feel any better, there's one of these every group stage, so...
I haven't
think
lost
during
faith.
I think during the Taiko, we saw Slit basically get banned at like 80% of the time. It was pretty bad.
I think we have come to the conclusion, once we've waiting for Sarah there, of the warm-up. Itzlingers getting told there's some danger afoot if long warm-ups get picked again.
Locked up as an angry furry.
It looks like our second warm-up is going to be Gario Tensei. This is the Catch the Beat specific difficulty, I think it is. Then this was featured in last year's World Cup in the finals pool, I do believe. I'll look for some confirmation on that if it is the same map.
Oh yes, this does sound familiar actually. Give me 5 minutes.
Deadbeat doing the reset dirty work for us. Thank you very much.
Okay, so it depends on who made this. Last year, this song was indeed used in the Catch World Cup 2016 finals map pool. The map pool was Bobber of Darkness, so it will depend on if it's the same map or not. We shall see. And it looks like we have some more ban recaps. South Korea have banned out OK, and Australia have banned out...
Yeah.
Hyperion, I'm gonna need you to confirm this. I'm gonna give it a shot.
Lager.
Fjarlager or Fjarlager.
Fjarlager.
Yes.
I think really at this point we only have to notify the people about one ban and then say and the other one ban, right? Thus far,
We'll label it the
it's
one.
not been that popular.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And for the one asking if Taiwan was high or low seed, Taiwan is high seed this year.
Also, yeah, now that I'm actually seeing the background for this map, I'm positive this is the same map for the finals last year.
Yep.
And yep, Bobber of Darkness, this is the same one that was used.
Currently, JBH and I are still struggling on getting these maps, so we might just not be on time to give some live coverage on this one either. Hopefully this problem will not be present once the actual matches from the match are upcoming, which I doubt will be a problem since we all imported them beforehand and stuff, so guess we'll be alright from here on. We'll see. But once again, our apologies.
Pretty bold of Indonesia to go triple one harder up there.
For now, we'll just have to ask you to enjoy the warm-ups and hopefully when the actual games start, we will be able to actually provide coverage on those.
Oh, okay. I just want to go check up on that. Apparently, they've already finished. So, Sweden have taken the first point against New Zealand, claiming a win over the primal scene of Japan, the girl saw. So, definitely a good start for them.
As well. Typical.
And that was Sweden's pick as well. So interesting that they've started out with no mod.
Oh, go Satomi. Satomi actually getting the double S on the primal scene of Japan.
So our 2 warm-ups concluded. We will be ready to start the rolls and see who's going to be first pick and first
Let's have a look. Who do you think is going to win the roll? Call out. I say it's Lingus.
In which case I have to go opposite. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What a very tragic roll for Deceitful there with only 8 points.
1-0 for me.
I mean, to be fair, he could still win this.
If he could roll again and then add up his points, maybe.
Maybe roll a few more times.
I didn't see the 50. Never mind.
We'll be finding out Indonesia's ban first.
Kick.
And they will ban Hikaru Nara, the hard rock specific diff. No, sorry, that's the double time specific. My bad.
One. Oh, Hikaru Nara, yeah.
Long ascendance plateau.
A pretty nice map too. Liking the song a lot. How are your bottles of water doing, WH?
I'm still nice and loaded up. Nothing to worry about just yet.
Okay, cool. I'm halfway down the first one, and they're both like a liter, so...
Looks like Taiwan will be banning Crazy, the no mod pick.
Ah, the lovely map. Actually, this is the first batch where we don't have a ban on Fjallgarler.
Could we see it picked?
You're really hoping for it to be picked, don't you?
I want it picked at least once. It'd be kind of sad if it wasn't.
Yeah, you're completely right.
The fact that both teams have left it open means that either they were more worried about the bans they did pick, or that neither of them have any potential aversion to it.
And Wolf actually corrected us that VR Lager wasn't banned in the last batch as well, seemingly.
Well, I didn't get to see that, so...
Ah, well.
Should be finding out what Taiwan's first pick is any moment now.
And the first map has been played for South Korea versus Australia. South Korea taking the win here on dogfights.
And that was Australia's pick, so South Korea will pick next. And we will see Fjarlager as first pick.
Hype it up, guys.
Get that AR8 hidden hype up, guys.
Now this was to be unexpected.
Just being informed that in the dogfight pick between South Korea and Australia, there was only 240 points difference between the two teams. So definitely Australia Like, although they lost that, not embarrassing themselves at all.
That's very nice to see.
And it looks like Sweden have taken their second point on Gumi Koma, so Sweden off to a pretty good strong start here as well.
Against Tomi with the highest score. Doing very well. So once again, to everybody viewing this, this is going to be a best out of 7 match. First team to get to 4 points will take the victory. Getting into that first map. Fjær Galer, Fjær Lager. Some old players playing for Taiwan here. Seems logical on these kind of maps. It's very tranquil, so I don't really want to ruin the mood in this one. No misses across the board just yet either. This is very exciting. First miss there for Galaxy, however. Indonesia now trading behind ZX 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, missing right after. But 473 is going to follow it up as well. Now Indonesia with the very slight lead. Lots of accuracy drops out for Dika. Deceitful, however, missing. Very much unexpected from somebody like him. MacPoint and Dika are the only two left with a full combo this far. All the other players are kind of struggling on this one. But that's to be expected. It's going to come down to the wire whether Dika or MacPoint is going to be the one to FC this. Dika might overdash a little bit here. MacPoint, however, the first one to miss. Now, this is really hyping me up. Indonesia now with a 200k point lead, and it's not looking like Taiwan is going to be able to take this one back anymore. Wow. Dika with a 98.18% FC. What was that all about? Jesus Christ.
That's actually kind of scary.
That's very weird. Very nice performance for both teams there. Unexpected, to me at least, for Dika to see a map like this. Him being more of a hard rock / double time player. Jesus Christ, that accuracy, what was that about? The seat for also putting out a nice performance, but it was really in the hands of ZX and 473 that had some very consistent misses throughout the map, sadly. Galaxy having the same, but it didn't bottleneck his team to a point where they couldn't take the win there. First point goes to Indonesia.
Speaking of a win, South Korea claims their second over Australia. So there'll be Indonesia 1-0, South Korea 2-0, and I think it's 2-0 for Sweden.
It is.
How sad that was. I finally managed to fix my client so I can actually see the matches now, and I missed the one match that I was really looking forward to.
That was
And
really
it'll
hype.
never happen again.
Australia versus South Korea, again, only 1.4k points difference, people are telling me. Jesus Christ, Australia is really holding on very nicely thus far.
Definitely putting in a gamey performance, even if they're not winning a point just yet.
Yeah, those matches are pretty close, actually.
The hidden pick. Following up the hidden pick with another one. This one being, I guess, a little bit more readable than your Fjær Lager, but still, I mean, hey, 2 hidden picks in a row. Bow in the chat. Wow, a JBH map got played. Yeah, that was the same reaction I had.
Okay, so we will be getting into match 2.
Alright, it also looks like we'll be seeing Higurashi and Nakukuruni for New Zealand versus Sweden. And we still don't have another map for Australia versus South Korea.
We see an early miss from Dika on the side of Indonesia. That breaks the trend of all players. Oh, and we see a miss from ZX12356 as well. Very close together. Points are very still much in balance. We're seeing a miss from ZX again and one from Galaxy. Lots of drops here. Taiwan will take the early and very slender lead at the first break. Three misses there, 2 on the side of Taiwan and 1 from Galaxy on Indonesia. Lead is swinging back to the side of Indonesia. Another miss from ZX is really putting the hurt on Taiwan here. Currently, though, we're still seeing Deceitful holding that double S, and he's the only one left with a significant combo at this point. Galaxy's just come above 200, as has Megpoid, but everyone else is underneath 200, so not earning that maximum score bonus. We're coming right into the closing stages of the map now. Indonesia pulled out a very handy lead. I don't think Taiwan are going to be able to bring this back.
Speaking of the situation, New Zealand are in a similar state as they are now 3-0 down.
And that's going to conclude that with a fairly convincing win for Indonesia there. Deceitful with the double S, really impressive.
As to be expected from somebody like Deceitful, though. Very good performance.
No real shock there, but still very impressive. We're seeing only a handful of misses from all players, but it's where you miss that counts. Anytime you're under 200 combo, you're not gaining that maximum score per note. So spaced misses are a real struggle to build a good score in the new Score V2.
Alright, and it looks like South Korea have taken their 3rd point as well on the good lift undone.
With Beerus actually being the MVP with a full combo SS.
Some cries of Ziverage, no. 5 SSs on that match with just the one drop, I think.
Yeah, that was basically everyone getting the perfect mill. Also, I feel kind of bad because I've looked at the map pool, I've typed out the map pool plenty of times, and I've only now just noticed that the good lift undone is a Rise Against song.
Well, now you have.
I can sense my friend just silently judging me from God knows where he is.
If you want to check out any of the other matches that are currently ongoing, you can see the MP links for those in the stream just now. We'll try and commentate on those in between matches or in between picks, but if you want to keep as up to date as possible, then do keep an eye on those.
As for Taiwan, they're going to be picking Higurashi no Nakukoro ni.
Pretty popular pick, actually, isn't it?
Seemingly, yes.
The difficulty is quite consistent throughout that map, whereas the standard converted difficulties are not too difficult for the most part, but have quite a few annoying jumps that require memorization. So maybe people are preferring consistency over memorization at this stage.
Mm-hmm.
Now we are just waiting for the players to ready up for this third pick, and then we'll be getting right into it.
I think we can expect 6 full combos in this one, really, knowing these players.
Both two very strong hard rock sides. And that will be a 4-0 victory for Sweden over New Zealand, losing their pick, Hikaru Nara. Satomi again pulling out another FC, bringing to a pretty convincing victory as we expected for Sweden there.
Satomi with his tournament consistency shown again, seemingly.
So Taiwan will be looking to take a point back here and stop the rock because they're 2-0 down, and this is their pick.
And yeah, DK with the first miss for Indonesia, kind of crucial.
Not a particularly long map, so we'll be looking for Taiwan to capitalize on this as much as possible. No drops hoped for them.
All of the players now reaching the 200 combo mark, meaning that they'll get full maximum score from each note.
Now with Dika being the only player under 200 combo, Taiwan are going to start to pull away. Oh, but there's a miss from EO486.
Seemed like 2 misses actually, but this one is probably less detrimental than Dika's miss, although I can't confirm yet. Not sure actually.
Or there's a miss from Hinashi as well.
Ouch, that's gonna turn over to Indonesia then very fast, as you can see.
The two players under the 200 combo for Taiwan now, they are losing a ton of score.
That's too bad for Taiwan. They were really close in that one. Indonesia taking the point with about a 100k score lead. Great performance from Deceitful assessing with HDHR once again. Yuka also doing very good, being able to keep up his combo. And yeah, third point goes to Indonesia.
Yeah, so unfortunate
Close.
early miss there from Dika, but he didn't let it get to him. The rest of their team kept consistent and they waited for Taiwan to miss, and those 2 misses from Taiwan did tip the balance.
And as an update for the Australian versus South Korean match, South Korea just took the win with 4-0 on their map. The Executioner, Asheville being the MVP with an FC. Well, sadly,
really
clean sweep, but hey.
I'm loving the fact that some of these matches are ending with the Executioner.
I see how many end with that.
I cannot wait. I think that'll be a fun little stat actually for the end of the weekend.
Yeah.
Just see how many matches end on that map.
Make note to put it in Score Watch or the catch up next week. It looks like Indonesia's second pick will be Illness Lillian, so sticking with their guns on hidden pick. This could potential match point for Indonesia since they are 3-0 up.
I mean, Illness Lillian has this one really annoying pattern. So what's the 1k combo? To most people at least, those are some left-rights, which you expect to go way faster than they actually do go. Other than that, it's just all about consistency on this map.
The real pain for this map is speed. If you miss anything, the high BPM is going to result in you missing a lot. There are some slightly strange snaps in a few places in this song, which hopefully the players have learnt to memorize by now. But if anyone's not prepared for this, it could pose some problems.
To me, I didn't quite notice any weird snaps throughout the map, so really, to most players, I assume it's just going to be that one left-right and the 1000 combo that's gonna be the dumper. But these two teams have, once again, very capable players, so missing on this one might just not happen in this matchup.
As we saw in the last match, Hong Kong managed to pull a point back at 3-0 down, so reverse sweep hype, get it generated again, maybe this time.
Yeah, come on, guys. Come on. Hype it up for Team Taiwan so that they will hopefully have a chance against Indonesia throughout the rest of the match, not finishing with a 0-4 score.
Can I point out this is the 4th map that these two teams have played, and 3 of them have been hidden.
No misses this far. Both teams performing very well, actually.
Yeah, nothing too dramatic in these opening stages. Oh, we do see a miss from Taiwan, though.
Exactly. 473 here with the first miss, opening it up for this map. Actually, very bad news for Taiwan, as they have to win this map in order to stay in this match. I wonder how Indonesia is going to tackle the rest of the map.
Shows you the high BPM. 473 is already back over 200 combo, so earning max score again.
And a miss from ZX, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's not going to help Taiwan at all.
Halfway through the map at this stage, Taiwan really need Indonesia to have a couple of drops here.
I think the entire team might just have to drop at this point. The score difference is not yet too dramatic. Mag point, however, finding a miss as well. Nobody on Taiwan having a full combo left. And Indonesia is probably just going to take this one fairly easily from here on. Those were the annoying jumps I was talking about as well.
Yeah, we got 1/4 of the map left. Indonesia need to implode here if they're going to give this match to Taiwan. I don't think that's going to happen. Still 3 SSs on their side. Really strong consistency.
Triple SS thus far.
2 more misses from Taiwan. I think this is game, set, match, guys.
I suspect so. 0-4 for Indonesia. Almost 200k score difference there. Very well played. All players on the Indonesian side getting an SS. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, gaming
Taiwan did their
performance
best.
from Taiwan there, but crushing performance from Indonesia, not letting any mistakes slip in at all.
Did the Seedful actually SS all the maps in this match?
I don't know. I missed the first match, but I think he has SS'd every match since then. So
Oh, yeah, you're
100%.
correct.
if he
It was
SS'd Vjarlager,
100%. 100%.
Okay.
99.67.
Okay, so
that was your map.
almost the dream there.
Yeah,
Sorry
you
for
ruined
ruining.
it.
Sorry for ruining your quadruple SS, Deceitful, but excellent performance nonetheless. Well played to all players.
Still a very impressive performance to be able to like triple S 3 of the 4 maps. I mean, that quadruple SS would have like been the cherry on top, but still very impressive. So we have about quarter of an hour until our next set of matches. We will be having Malaysia versus Italy, Philippines versus Finland, and the United Kingdom versus China. I imagine you're looking forward to this one, JBH.
I'm looking for them to not embarrass themselves. I don't expect them to win by any means, but hopefully they put up a decent showing and it doesn't put them off too much for their next 2 matches, which are going to be the really important ones for them.
Yeah, I mean, they're up against China, so definitely an upward struggle there.
I'm very much looking forward to the Malaysian versus Italian match as well. It's the first match from our group, at least. Definitely going to
obviously
a lot of things.
You'll be keeping an eye on both of those teams to try and decide what you want to pick and ban later, yeah?
I mean, that as well, definitely. But this group has the, well, I guess, opportunity for all teams to be able to get through to the next round, as all teams have a very high skill level.
Yes,
Italy having Karen Pizza and Arma, a very feared player. Malaysia having very good plays overall. The Dutchies have also upped their game. And USA is always a very good performer in the CWC as well. So, I mean, this group can go either way. And seeing the Malaysian versus Italian match is definitely going to clear up a few things on what people are going to pick in our group and what things we have to, keep a track of, etc., etc.
Absolutely. We're all interested in that Group C of death and see which way that swings. Plenty of opportunity for, as you said, any of the teams really to make a great impression on the tournament.
But the match that we are going to be streaming is going to be Philippines versus Finland. What are your expectations for this one, JBH?
I think this could be potentially very interesting. Philippines are missing their key player, Chara, but still have some reasonably solid performing players. Finland are really relying on their top 3. Forgotten Taco, Osumi Fangrill, Curtsy Fangrill. Yeah.
Same, to be fair. I'm suspecting this win to go to Finland, myself. I'm not writing off the Philippines just yet. I just haven't really seen their plays in action thus far, ever. Next to Chara. But I suspect a lot of no mod in this match. Hidden no mod. Some safe picks mainly for these 2 teams.
You don't think Finland might go for a few hard rock picks?
They might be able to. They have a few players that are capable of playing some hard rock, and since this is the group stage, their maps aren't too insane just yet, so they might try and bat off the Philippines using hard rock indeed, but I'm not quite sure. They might just go for the safe route here, pick whatever they're comfortable playing with, and then hopefully get triple FCs and try and beat Philippines that way. But I'm not sure.
I think picking hard rock could bring a bit of a shock factor that Philippines just really can't keep up with, so that even if Finland don't FC, I think they'll still perform really strongly and Philippines might get left in the dust, really.
And if you have any questions to us, Sarton or JBH, you can definitely ask them on the stream chats. We'll try and respond to as many of them as we can.
Of course, we have Deadbeat lurking here as well, so don't forget about him.
I could provide your daily recommended dose of sass.
Which team are you guys rooting for in this match, Philippines or Finland?
I think
Shout it out in the
Finland
chat.
have a bit of an advantage here, so I'm a bit of an underdog fan. So I hope Philippines can put in a good performance. They had a fairly strong team last year, but were let down by just players not showing up to matches.
I'm gonna go for Finland as well. I don't know much about both these two teams, but I'm gonna go for Finland.
Same here, I'll also go for Finland here. But I'm not writing off Philippines just yet. I do wonder how they will perform in this match. This is not the first match, by the way, at Igorek. We've already streamed 2 matches thus far. This is, however, indeed the first match for the Philippines and Finland, for this matter. But yeah. Before this, we have streamed Taiwan versus Indonesia and Japan versus Hong Kong.
So Japan took their match 4-1 against Hong Kong, and we just saw Indonesia win 4-0 against Taiwan.
Same.
Anyway, I should probably update the MP command so people can learn to, well, people can follow along in about 2 minutes.